And greetings again, beings of light, celebrating your physicality in your linear landscapes you have chosen. Today we come to you to discuss the layers of authenticity, for it is indeed not just a noun, not just a love action, not just an alignment. It is a multi-tiered subject. For instance, your words. Are your words reflective not only of your reality, but of your intent? Do they mislead? Are they not focused on what your pure message is or would be if you chose to disclose it? That is of the utmost important if that is important to you, because it is a choice. There are many on your planet who do not believe that being truthful is worthwhile. They tread and stomp on the truth as they know it and do not reflect that, for they have other aims other than communication. They wish to mislead in small ways or larger ones. Now, authenticity is also an intent. And while that may be reflected in your words, it is helpful that you know what your intent is. You are not just spouting off and relaying information that others have given you, which is trapped in your mind or held in your mind, and then just repeated for you wish to have something to say rather than speaking from the heart and the truth that you know is in it. And those obviously affect your authenticity. They affect the way that those messages are received. They affect the way that you feel when you say them. Another form of authenticity is authenticity to yourself. Do you lie to yourself? Do you make promises to yourself, wondering or knowing if you will keep them or not? For being honest with yourself is the utmost part of authenticity. It is very important because that is part of self-love. That is part of respecting your bodily form and your beingness. And until you can respect yourself and self-love to your fullest extent, you are unable to project that to others, and therefore only provide lip service in ways instead of the actual power behind the authentic actions, thoughts, and words which you may utter. That is another level of authenticity, is the power which is imbued with all of your statements and your actions when you are authentic, when you are genuine. For they carry a significant weight behind them, a powerful force behind them. And anything that is off the mark or not truly representational of the truth as you know it, as you feel in your heart, does not carry that same message. It is not felt in the same way. It does not have that impact. And that goes for your written messages as well in your social media. You will find if you are being authentic and you say thank you or I'm sorry, it affects people. They feel that resonance. It means something to them. Whereas if you are not authentic with yourself and you say that, they may wonder why you say that. They may not believe it, but even if they appreciate it, there is still not that wholesomeness that comes from authentic, heart centered communication, which is true to you and therefore true to them. And even if it is based on information you believe which is true, it still has a different resonance if it is not. But your authenticity will carry that. And being authentic, when you need to make those corrections, it gives you the opportunity to reinforce your authenticity by doing so. And that communicates to the other person as well and lets them know that you are a person who they can trust in those matters in that moment. Now, authenticity is not alignment with your soul path or with source, for you indeed are able to make those free will choices. You are able to choose differently than the path which has been chosen to give you the greatest fulfillment. That is the divine power of free will and love, for there is nothing that you can do which is not a reflection of love. That is a tough sentence to reconcile for many, but since all is divine, only divine can come through it, and that is an authentic statement as well. So we urge you to be your most authentic with yourself, to love yourself, and to be truthful with yourself. We urge you to be truthful in your words, not to embellish, to be as exact as possible. You may clarify them with conditions if you prefer, such as there were about so many, or there were nearly so many, if you are unsure. If you are sure, then communicate the exact numbers, the exact information that you have. And we will leave you to review this information again and to think about your authenticity. And if you need help, you can ask yourself, put your mind in your heart and say, is this authentic? Is this self-love? Is this true to my intent? Are my words reflective of the exact truth as I know it? And see how you feel. If it does not lift you up, then you know your answer. For indeed, that alignment with your divine source, that alignment with the truth as you know it, from a truthful being, will carry the most divine resonance with it. And that impacts others and builds you up. And although it may be a challenge in some social circumstances or situations, we urge you to do that anyway, for it is you that matters in your heart and not the superficial happenings around you. And you will find that if you think about that the you need to rephrase something so it is better received, you will find it is not always so, for they will know it is not true and authentic to you. And we leave you our hearts, for you are always within them, in our authentic glory that we share with you. beings of light.